Hello there. Welcome back to Marketing Management N5. So in this video, we want to look at a question paper of June 2025. So I'm going to do our question paper. I'm going to look at section A, that is the first part of our question paper. So remember, our section A is compulsory, is given. So we have to take note that every question that we have in section A is supposed to be answered. So in terms of question one, it reads the various options are given as possible answers to the following questions. Choose the answer and write only the letter A to D next to the question number. So, of course, uh, we have got the first part, which is now 1.1, which is product differentiation, product line extension, and improved service usually occur during the test stage of the product life cycle. So you'd see that the appropriate answer that we have in there is the maturity stage, of which we have our maturity stage on C. So we have C as the correct answer. So going back to our question, you'd see that we have a product and differentiation, a product line extension, and then improved service. So in terms of product and differentiation, it is a strategic process of distinguishing a company's products or services from competitors. Of course, we are distinguishing from the products or services that our competitors are offering by having unique features. So it means that we are supposed to differentiate them by us having our products having unique features, also unique benefits from our products, make them different from the competitors, even quality of the product. And we can also include the issue of branding. It should be a different brand from our competitors. So the goal of product differentiation is to create a unique value proposition that attracts customers and also build a brand loyalty. So that is the explanation on product differentiation. So you see that in the maturity stage now, that's when we are having the third stage of the product life cycle after following the introduction and the growth stage. So it is characterized by peak sales, slowed growth, intense competition, and market saturation. So since we are going to have intense competition in the maturity stage, so we are going to have the implementation of product differentiation so that we win customers. And also, if you look at product line extension, which we are now having on the second part, product line extension. Basically, product line extension is a marketing strategy where a company introduces new variations of an existing product within the same product category. So we are in the same product category, but there are variations coming in. We can these variations can come in the form of the flavor of the product, the size of the product, the color, or even the functionality. Which will be in the same brand. So for the line extension, we are in the same brand, but there are variations that are there in terms of the flavor, the size, the color, or the functionality. So that is what we have under product line extension, and also improved service. So you see that the three that we have applied in the maturity stage. So the main goal is to win customers since we are having intense competition in the maturity stage. So basically, this is what we have in terms of our first part. Then we go to number two. Number two, we've got the physical object offered to the market by a company is called the. So we've got total products, product image, product range, formal product. So according to what we have, you'll see that the correct answer that we have is a formal product. So basically, when we are looking at a formal product, we are looking at an actual that is the actual product or a tangible product. So basically, that's what we have. So go to number three. So on number three, we've got product positioning chart. So a product positioning chart, then we look for the appropriate explanation in terms of the product positioning chart. But of course, in terms of that, the correct response is that shows the position of a product in comparison to that of competitive product. So that is product positioning. So we have that on D. Then from there, we move on to 1.4. Newspapers and sweets are good examples of. So you see that these are impulse products. Impulse products we would be. Remember, impulse products they are products that are obviously you can buy without a prior planning. So products that you can buy without prior planning. For example, newspapers and Swiss, there's no instance that you can plan to buy a newspaper or a Swiss, so they become impulse product. So there's no prior planning or conscious intent. So it is driven by emotion and desire rather than a logic. So basically, you can also include the issues like event tickets are also part of impulse products. So we go to 1.5. 1.5, the aim of dash packaging is to inspire the consumer to buy the product in order to get hold of the container. So obviously this is a reusable. We have a reusable on C. So reusable packaging basically it is a packaging that is durable, that is designed for multiple uses, which becomes applicable according to question that we have. Then we go to number 6. So on number 6, it reads dash are organizations that collect the products of various manufacturers and present them in smaller volumes to resellers, usually retailers. So on that part, we have our answer S and D, which is wholesalers. The number 7, which occurs when consumers buy more or less of a product when the price changes. So the most appropriate that we have is elastic. That's when we have such a scenario. So on elastic demand, remember, it's a comparison of two variables. We have got price as a variable and demand as a variable. So basically, what we are looking at, we are looking at how much is demand going to be stretched by a change in price. So if you've got a small change in price, how much is it going to stretch or change a demand? So if we are going to have a huge change in demand after a change in price, we are going to say there is elastic demand. So basically, elastic demand, we are saying it's a situation where a minor change in price causes a large proportionate change in the quantity of a good or service that consumers are willing to buy. So that is elastic demand. Then, of course, we move on to the 1.8. Dash is a verbal and personal presentation of need satisfying products, services, or ideas to one or more potential buyers. So the most appropriate there that we have is personal selling. Personal selling is the correct response. Then moving on to 1.9. So on 1.9, it reads dash pricing is generally associated with misleading advertising. So the one that is misleading advertising is bait pricing, which we are having on A. Remember, when we are looking at bait pricing, it is a marketing practice where a business advertises a product at an unusual low price to attract customers. So they will be trying to attract customers into their store or website, but he has no intention of selling it at that price. So the price that has been advertised is not the real price that you are going to face when you visit that store. Instead, they will be hoping to sell a higher expensive product. So that is bait pricing. So we go to number 10. What are the 4 P's of the marketing mix? But we know that the 4 P's of the marketing mix consist of product price, place, promotion, which we have what C. So we have C as the correct response. We move on to number 11. An assurance to the client of the performance and quality of a product or service by a manufacturer is known as this is a product guarantee, which we are having on B. Then from there, we move on to number 12. We move on to the next part, which is now our number 12. So number 12, these shops have a limited product range, few product lines, few product lines, that is a narrow product range, and a wide variety of products in every line or deep product range. So according to our responses, the correct one is D, specialty stores. Then number 13, Edgar's labels on clothing is an example of which type of label? Obviously, this is a brand, which we are having on B. Number 14, the main objective of this type of packaging is to create a consumer demand for it. It is, of course, we have got D, kaleidoscopic packaging, which we are having on D. Number 15, the copy machine is an example of this type of industrial product. The most appropriate that we have is accessory equipment that we are having on a B. That's what we have in terms of our multiple choice section. Then move on to our question 2. So question 2, we have to choose the correct term from those in brackets. So of course, on the first part, the structure or size of the consumer market may influence the length of the distribution channel. So obviously, this is the structure of the consumer market, which may influence the length of the distribution channel. So we have structure. Then we'll go to 2.2. The final or basic price is calculated after certain price differentials have been made, which is at the final price. Then a disadvantage of centralized or decentralized warehousing is that service rendering may be compromised. So we have centralized. Then 2.4, the product improvements take place in the growth or mature phase of the product life cycle. So you see that this is in the growth. In the growth phase, we move on to 2.5. Leadership or power is a prerequisite for control of a distribution channel. Power is the correct one. Then we got simplification or standardization involves a producer determining the features of products to be manufactured in his farm. So this is standardization. Then when a product or price strategy is usually seen as the essence of the marketing mix. We have got products, and then we have got 2.8. A brand or brand name distinguishes a seller's products from the products of competitors symbolically. So we have brand. Obviously, the brand is the one that distinguishes. Then we have got 2.9. A microwave oven is an example of dash shopping products. And this is a homogeneous, which means that they are similar. We have homogeneous. So we've got 10 freight absorption or equalizing strategy is when the seller pays for the delivery of products to the buyer. It is absorption strategy. So we've got absorption as the correct response. And of course, on the part of our question 2, we have a total of 20 marks. So of course, section A in total, we are having a total of 50 marks. So thank you for listening, and hopefully the video was helpful. And please, let's not forget to subscribe and share to our channel, and share the link to our colleagues who are doing N5, and we meet again in the next video.